Then, all of you are back in the Lost Land Barbecue and Inn. You kind of regrouped with Yeska, who has his sword out and just kind of occasionally points at the lantern. Every time he does, the lantern gets sad. Vasher is fast asleep.
Any reason you're pointing at the lantern, Yeska?
Well, it's caused enough trouble, so I just wanted to sit still.
Here, use this, and I'll pull out the moon-touched +1 glaive, and I'll hand it to Yeska. Point with this instead. It's far more intimidating. Or I can I can just dispel the magic on it if you'd like.
Is this just a sword on a stick? And I don't think you should dispel anything in there.
Why not?
Or maybe you should. Maybe they're trapped in there. I don't know, but I think it's a little boy in there.
I'll look at the lantern. Do I see a little boy in there?
You see a small globule of light. Looks like a little circle. Think a fairy from The Legend of Zelda without wings.
Also, where did you... Oh, right, your bag.
Wait, I have an idea.
A ghost gave it to me while we were on the ship.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, Vasher's not the only one who's apparently been running into ghosts, although he did also run into that one. So I'm just going to say Vasher just attracts ghosts, actually. Now that I'm thinking
just cursed.
about it.
Aha! The sword is cursed, I told you.
The sword's not cursed, I can promise you that much.
No. If he's running into
if you'd
ghosts,
like to use it, if it's better than what you have, I have no use for it, obviously.
No, not that sword. The fucking one he has.
Oh, well, yeah, that one's probably cursed. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But either way, I have an. This says contain, and
yeah.
I should say he saw a little boy. I'm guessing when he touched it or some shit.
Watch your phrasing, but yeah, that is what he said.
Okay, so I'm guessing the boy is in there, and
I'll go ahead and start ritually casting Identify.
Yeah, and
it is getting pretty ratchet in here.
Okay.
So
you start doing. Do you pick up the lantern, or you just leave it on the?
Nope.
Okay.
Go around it. It's already on the ground for me, so.
No, it's on the nightstand at the moment.
It's already on the nightstand for me.
So. Okay. So you start ritually casting Identify on it. It's going to take about 10 minutes. As you do, the basic sigils and stuff. Anyone else doing anything while he's doing this, or do you just got?
Right. I'll enact my my plan and start ritually casting Unseen Servant.
Okay. So both of you are simultaneously casting two different spells, all around a tiny room that Vasher is trying to sleep in. As you are each muttering your incantations, they complete. Raylan, your Unseen Servant appears somewhere within your vicinity.
Or does it?
Catherine.
Yeah.
You finish casting Identify on this lantern, and it is... let me pull it up.
It's a lantern of fuckface.
That one's not coming up.
Jacoby's my favorite player. It's homebrew, dude. He just needs to put it in your name.
Oh, homebrew. Oh, okay.
It is a lantern of soul light.
All right.
Pretty self-explanatory.
It's not an object that you can find in D&D Beyond. An object of soul light, just kind of identifying it. The object itself is not magical. It is just a lantern. Inside of it is contained a spell that is currently containing this little soul.
Okay. Figured it out, everybody.
You did?
Yeah, that's a soul right there,
Okay.
Yeah, I could tell that much.
Then I think my plan may work.
What's your plan?
I have this, the thing I used last time when we were on the mountain. Oh, I'm gonna try to get that guy. Well, yeah, I got the little invisible guy somewhere around here. I don't know where he is. But I'm gonna see if he can get in that little container. Is a container and get the guy out.
Seems like fun.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna put your unseen servant into the container?
Yep.
Do I have an idea if I destroy that rune, does the soul go free or does it just leave? Or is it gone?
Roll an Arcana check.
Sure. Ciao. 12.
With a 12, you're not versed in soul magics, so you don't really know too much about it. But you've also never seen a corporeal form of a soul represented like this. Like you had just seen like a ghost, an image of someone's being, and you're not entirely sure if that's a soul or if that's like an image of what they were, or you don't know what it is. But if this is a whole soul contained in this one spot, not only is this a ton of energy, it's also a whole person that's currently right there. And one thing you do know for sure is that this person is alive right now. Removing it from this container, however it was extracted, you're not sure if the body is out somewhere, but if Vasher had like an out-of-body experience and managed to survive, this might be happening to this thing as well.
Yeah, I would relay all that information.
Okay.
What does that
So-
mean?
Just means I tell you everything he said.
No, I mean, what does all of that mean? Like,
But
what are
all
we
you
going
said
to
is I
do?
relay this information. I don't know what that means.
Are we just supposed to save this
So,
person's soul?
I'm
Well-
assuming this person's body, is probably in that house.
Maybe.
Seems to be the most logical conclusion.
How did you
Wait,
get there?
why?
Wait,
Yeah, that seems like quite the leap.
Well, no, because Zala says there's a big evil thing in the house. What kind of big evil thing doesn't take souls? You know, just it's all
I
there.
don't know.
You know.
Well, and
I-
she said that she saw tendrils,
I
right?
did.
Maybe the
yeah.
tendrils are like taking people
Yeah.
well,
Or
to the house.
Tendrils are creating bodiless or soulless husks.
Wait, what if the tendrils are the people and the people are actually in the house?
You mean they're the ones controlling the bodies?
Yeah, like you know how that little girl wasn't
Like finger
moving?
puppets.
Like a
Yeah.
puppet?
Because the little girl wasn't moving yesterday, so I'm guessing they
Zala,
could like
how
move
did
it.
you see the things before?
DM, can I get another description of it? I feel like I've am I getting it correct? I guess or am I
So
saying it wrong?
what you saw was using the third eye.
Right.
It's like an ethereal version of the world, looking at the flows of magic. So what you saw was the flow of the different kinds of magics that are kind of permeating throughout the space. And the magic that you saw coming from that house was completely different from anything else in the environment or anything else that you had seen before. Kind of like a dark presence that's kind of permeating throughout the town. When I say tendrils, I don't mean literal like
Yeah.
squid tentacles coming out of the thing. I mean like traces of this darkness kind of echoing out from the space.
Yeah, okay.
Lines that are permeating throughout the town, almost like a spread or a growth that's coming from that one unified source.
Yeah. Okay.
After
yeah,
Zala
that's-
explains that, I'm going to start ritually casting detect magic.
I relay that. No. Essentially, my third eye sees a whole lot of magic in the world and the way things are. I don't understand, but
Right.
what's in that house is drastically different than everything else. It
He's-
gives off just insane, creepy, dark energy. It's permeating out, like the just waves of this disturbing energy. This demented energy is coming
Yeah,
out.
I
from
want to
it.
see if I can see it, and I'll start ritually casting detect magic. And
Okay.
one of you at least, should go downstairs. That woman should be here soon,
Oh, Leo and I will wait for her.
and I'll be down
Or-
once I finish casting this.
So Leo and Zola, you guys head downstairs as the rest of you are kind of still upstairs. Zala and Leo, you guys find like the table that you've kind of been using. It's been cleaned off from the morning, and you do see. Sorry, you do see Pedro currently seated behind like the main bar area, just kind of cleaning things and getting things in order. It doesn't seem that there's too many patrons out in the space right now. What's left of breakfast for the morning, they're just kind of finishing up for the rounds and beginning to prepare the spits for firing and cooking some meats for the day. Lena occasionally walks up to you guys and asks you if you need any drinks or anything else, or if you're just kind of lounging about and enjoying the space. Do you guys take any drinks, or are you pretty much good?
I think I sit and not say no.
Okay. Leo, are you muted? I can't hear you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So she pretty much just leaves you guys be as you kind of wait there. Like I've described, the entire front section of the barbecue pit is just kind of an open air space. Under normal circumstances, all like the doors would kind of be open out so that fresh air could come in. But it's winter, so those doors and slats are kind of closed at the moment to keep everything contained and warm, as hearths and fires are kind of burning just to keep the interior warm. As you guys wait for a little while longer, you guys see the woman approaching the barbecue pit. Andrea walks in to the space, notices all of you. Pedro quickly goes to intercept, and she speaks with him for a moment, and he nods, and she approaches the two of you and kind of sits. All right. I'm here. Is this... Where's
Yes.
the elven man?
But he's upstairs waiting. If you would follow us.
Oh, we're going upstairs? Okay. She kind of follows you guys up the stairs. Tethrin, you've cast Detect Magic, and aside from the magical objects that you've noticed before, you don't feel flows of magic. Not in the same way that Zala had described. You just kind of have an immediate sense of the magics being used, or magical objects that are kind of active.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can I walk to the center of town really quickly? I'll even pass by them in the hallway or on the stairs. And I just want to walk to like the town square.
Tethrin quickly runs past you guys.
Oh,
I'll be back in just a moment. Sorry.
So Tethrin, you run out to the town square. It's fairly empty now. As you kind of stand there, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I did. 15.
With a 15, you're trying to sense some kind of magics in the works. You kind of crouch down, you put your hand into the snow, just trying to feel the general aura of things. You get pieces and hints of just general energy flowing, and it's a standard feeling. Like if you were in an anti-magic chamber, it would be jarring all of a sudden. There's always kind of magic permeating through the space, but it doesn't really have like a class or school that you can associate with it. Deep down, as far as you can sense, you do feel something different. With a 15, you can't tell exactly what, but whatever it is, whatever power is currently flowing, it's unnerving.
Does it feel like it comes from any direction? Or is going in any direction? Is it flowing, I guess?
With a 15, all you can do is grasp the general essence of something being here.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll walk back into the inn.
You walk back into the inn. The woman is led to the room where Vasher is. As the room is now getting quite crowded, all of you are kind of here.
Sorry about that. I just had something I needed to check on momentarily.
I actually had a question for the woman real quick.
Sure.
While we were waiting. I just wanted to ask her, is everything safe at the house?
Yes, my son should be fairly safe.
Fairly?
How new did you say all of you are to town?
We flew in yesterday.
Uh,
Or the day before, maybe?
Flew in.
Yeah.
Flew in. That makes sense.
Who's this again?
This is Andrea.
No,
Oh
he's
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is Andrea. She is
Oh.
a citizen here. Tethrin and Tethrin and us, we all agreed to discuss the town and possibly help her, right, Andrea?
Potentially.
And she
Alright.
trusts us, and we're going to provide as much information as we can.
Trust is not the word I'd use.
Well, she has no choice. So anyway,
Alright. Well, I'm Yeska.
What does that mean?
At this point, Catherine, you make it back in.
Sorry, I just had something I needed to check on momentarily. I apologize for the wait.
No, it's quite all right. Really, I just have a bit of information to give to all of you. If you really are, I mean, you're here now, so there's nothing you can do about it. But the town has taken a hard stance as to how much information we give out about our current circumstances. I'm taking a bit of a risk, just letting you know. A couple of weeks ago, we had a weird incident. People started to go missing. Not too many, like 2 or 3 people. Just kind of disappeared. My husband was among them. My full name is Andrea Wensworth. I'm a secretary at the city council. I was there when Lord Drent fell ill. He's been ill for a few months, but strange things have been happening. But not. It was okay until about a couple of weeks ago when Lord Drent went missing. The Lady Drent has been taking care of the town ever since. But she shut herself away in House Drent. Cut us off. The official story that the city council is putting out is that Lord Drent was sent to Vizimar to seek aid for an ailment. The truth is, he hasn't been seen for weeks. People started disappearing, like I said. I've made peace with it, even though it's been a couple weeks, but a few days after he went missing, he came back. People saw him at night, but he was different. A strange whistling sound. And then other people started going missing and coming back at night. People started to flee about a week ago, leaving town. The Knights of Sephiria sent a contingent to Vizimar to request aid. The contingent never made it to Vizimar, as far as we're aware. It's over a week's travel, and the forests around Rimbarun are far and long. Whatever this thing is, if you don't have a horse, you're not going to make it far enough to go past the forests. Our horses started disappearing carriages, Grenda, all of them, vanishing into the forests. We hear their howls at night, pained. The people that the Diamond Crown have sent large groups to try and find our people to assist in evacuations, and they've gone missing as well. Diamond Crown, the leading stag, even the Ruby Apple Trading Company, are missing quite a few people. They're down to the last few members. The Knights of Superior are also down to the last few members. The runners who keep the town safe patrol at night as far as they're willing to. There just comes a point in the night that it becomes too dangerous. The people that come through the airships usually leave immediately because they have return passage. We've tried to get our own people on those airships, but they're too expensive. And we've tried to send help or ask for aid from the airships, but something is happening out in the world and aid isn't coming. We don't know why. We're not getting information here. This town's effectively cut off from everything. And people want to leave, but not without their loved ones. The ones that go missing in the night. I want to save my son. I need to know my husband is safe. My son is here, though. And I have to think about him. This is the predicament we're in. This is why we're not asking for help. This is why we put on a brave face for those that managed to get in. If they came by airship, we just tell them that it's a nice place and not to stay out at night. To spend the night, get back on the airship, and they're safe. I'm guessing at this point you've heard about the Drent House.
Thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
No one's been able to get in there.
But why?
The few that have managed to get past the gates and come back say that there's a madness. Something that happens. Connolly, at the Runners, is the only person that's made it back. He could tell you better than I can. Don't put yourself in any unnecessary risk. The Runners are formulating a plan to get as many people out as we can, and hopefully seek aid from another township. I gather from your little presentation on the street that you're a guild.
Almost.
Some could say that.
Might as well be.
Even better, we're plague fixers. We solved a plague back in Berrymont.
This isn't a plague.
Sounds like a plague to me. Sounds like these people are sick. They need help.
It's
Like
a
plague,
curse.
smells like a plague.
Curse, plague. I don't know the difference. I think we can help you. And I think when Vasher wakes up, he'll agree.
Is this all still happening in the room where I'm just asleep?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure. Carry on.
What happened? You don't know what's happening.
Everyone's just kind of trying to stay alive.
Well,
The Runners, whenever they encounter someone that's been taken, they try and lead people away and keep them out of harm's reach. but they're dangerous. The Sisters of Sagely will tell you the same. They've gotten a few people that have been turned to stone. And they haven't been able to unpetrify them.
Mm.
Just
I'll
letting
admit
you know.
I'll admit it's scary, but it's not going to stop us. Just I guess you've told us everything you know.
If there's anything else, I can try and think up of what I could. I'll try and aid however I can, but
Well-
I can't ask you to put yourself in harm's way for strangers.
Oh, we have business to take care of out of here. So
Yeah, has nothing to do with you asking. Anyways, you said it was a curse. How do you know? Who cursed you?
I can't think of anything else it could be. They're not dead. The dead aren't coming back. It's our loved ones. Our loved ones are in the streets at night, taking other loved ones.
speaking of
Mhm.
which, have you had weird dreams lately, woman?
Her eyes kind of furrow, so her brows kind of furrow for a moment, and she nods.
And no dead person was in your dreams?
No, my husband.
Nightmares? Nothing. Like
A lot
that
of-
could scar you?
A lot of thoughts about my husband. He looks different.
Is he red?
No,
No. Mm.
he has changed though.
Got big ass eyes?
No.
I'm not clicking again. What does he look like?
He has no. She becomes a little bit exasperated and says, started gradually, but I noticed changes until last night. The dream felt so real. His entire face was just his mouth. He was hunched like some creature.
A hideous abomination.
My son has been having these nightmares too.
Say once.
All right, well, I think that tells us quite a bit.
Might be
Andre,
feeding off of fear.
would you and your son like to go to Yulecrest right now?
How would that even be possible?
Get you out.
Can you really?
You said they were in the fungal mines.
Yeah. Better than here. It's not like the
Is
fungal
it-
mines are dangerous.
They're definitely dangerous, Catherine.
No. There's people down there all the time mining for fungus.
Yeah, but like there's a certain reason. There are multiple things closed off, and if you don't know your way around there, you're gonna.
Somebody can lead her out, and I'll make sure that they get back. But you and your
That
son.
should
Can you-
work like that.
Can you actually do this?
Yeah. I'll walk to my room. I'll peek in. Door's still there.
We're still there.
It's gone.
I'll change the rune to the fungal mines.
Okay. You feel the change over to the mushrooms that you've set in, and
I'll
the
open
door,
it.
the darkness.
I'll walk through.
You walk through a few steps into the darkness, and you open in to more darkness. You feel that you smell the general fungal smell of the space, but it is pitch dark in here.
I'll walk backwards.
You walk back through the strange echoing darkness, and you're back in the room.
Definitely goes to the fungal mines. Yeah, I'll take you right to Yulecrest.
Did you show her this, or did you?
No.
Or did you just check?
No, I just checked. I closed the door. Walk back in. I can definitely take you to Yulecrest.
No, I would say let Vash do it. Vash has been in deep shit lately, and he can't go by himself.
Let him do what?
Nope.
Take her back. You said someone bring her back.
I mean, it's optimal, but kind of
I
busy
can-
as it is.
If you truly mean this, I can go get my son right now.
Yeah, just go get him.
What time is it
She-
right now?
Right now, I'd say it's like 11.
Like before lunch 11? Okay.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too much problem with her
She
going
dash
alone.
out.
Yeah, she's gone.
All right, I'll put them all in the dome and then I'll fireball them all.
Oh God.
Anyway,
After about 15 minutes, she comes back with her son and a couple bags.
But before they come back, can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Catherine, so yeah, you can send people back to
Yep.
the fungal mines. Should we talk with the? She said the runners were making a plan to get everyone out. Should we contact them and say, hey, we have a better plan, or just
I think that's a short-term
deal with the
solution.
thing?
I think we should just deal with the thing. Leo, you can bring things alight, correct? Am I wrong in thinking that?
Say that again.
You can brighten things up, make light.
I'll
Did
cast
you-
light on
Did
something.
you kind of escort them at least to the safer part of the fungal mines?
Yeah, I think I could do that.
I'll fashion some face masks out of some extra cloth I have in my bag.
The face masks aren't as necessary anymore because remember you destroyed that
we
fungus.
destroyed it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the fungus is not there
Where-
anymore.
Where in the fungal mine did you put?
It's at the very
Is it like-
entrance to the secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Or not the
So
secret
it's not
tunnel.
super
It's the
So,
tunnel
like-
where we track down the people to.
right.
Colonel-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's,
Yes.
it's at like the trap door, or it's
No,
at
it's
Or
the-
before that,
let me pull up.
where there was
No,
like
the-
there was like
From where
different
I-
ways to go, and then we went right or
okay.
something
So
like that.
from the
it's not
session
deep
where,
at all. Sorry.
No.
no, from the session that we when you explained where you wanted to put it, it's not in the atrium. It's through the tunnel Z something.
Yeah, I'm trying
The
to look
one
for
that
tunnel
had like the
name.
poisonous stuff, and you guys fought the red fungus.
Yeah.
So it's a little
but
bit
it's-
in there.
It's basically near the start of the fungal mines. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty deep in the fungal mines.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he put it in
That
like
should be fine.
so
It's a
like
quarter
the
to
main
halfway.
atrium, where there's like the giant chasm that goes down, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys took that tunnel and you went
Just
all the way
keep
down.
in it.
You guys went down through that tunnel into the area with all that red fungus, and then you kind of continued down in that section. There's a little offshoot to the left there that had like a bunch of fungus stalks that were being built, and there was that weird fungus that was on the ceiling and
Yep.
attacked you guys. You just
Tunnel
destroyed-
D3. That's where it is.
Yeah, you guys destroyed that fungus, and then that room became clear along with everything else in that space.
Yeah.
Once you destroyed the main fungal attraction down there. He put it in tunnel D3 inside of the fungal growth section.
Should be fine.
All right.
So
Deep.
like
But it
it's
should
it's
be
a,
recognizable, right?
Yeah.
yeah. If you've trekked down there, you know how to get back out.
Okay.
But if you just
That's
left them alone down there, they
Yeah.
could get lost.
Okay.
They will get lost.
Yeska, you can brighten things up too, right?
Yeah.
Do you mind something on me, please?
Oh, sure. I don't know. Whatever you have on you.
Sure. Like a dagger or something.
Yeah, sure.
What's needed?
Leo, you lead them out. I'll wait at the entrance for you. Not the entrance, but the entrance to back here. Sound good?
Okay.
Andre, you can go to the Diamond Crown in Yulcrest. Tell them we sent you. They'll have room and board for you.
She says, I haven't been to your break.
Yeah.
Will
Just ask
we be
around.
safe there?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Take a note from one of us so they know that we sent you.
I mean, how much
Yeah.
time do we have? I could take her there.
We don't have that much time.
Okay. I'll at least tell you where it is.
Yeah, you can point her.
I get a piece of paper and just quickly write
Just a quick note to the dining
yeah,
crowd.
just a quick note. Yeah, just a quick note. Just be
Sure.
like, these are refugees from Prismatic Thread. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
They're from Rimber Run. Please take care of them. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. So you quickly scrawl a note and you hand it to Andrea. She takes it and she says, "I don't know how to repay any of you. This is so generous."
Start using that travel business.
Or favors or gold are also good ways to take care
No,
of.
no, you don't know.
You
us
already gave
anything.
us all the information you have. We're repaying you.
Yeah, you gave us information.
Thank you.
Yes, what they
But
say.
if you want to get back, the travel business is a great way to do so.
I'll keep that in mind.
Great.
Do you require anything? I don't have any gold, but I have some
No.
silver.
No. Keep it. In fact, take this gold in case you need it. Hand her a gold.
What? Oh, I couldn't. You're already.
No. It's fine. I've got plenty.
How much gold do you give her?
I just give her
Beat me
give her
to it.
two gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a ton. She takes it and almost like teary-eyed at this point. As are you leading her to the door?
Yeah, Leo will go first, and then they'll go, and then I'll go behind. And I'll just stand by the dark cloud, waiting for Leo to get back.
Okay. So Leo, you go through the door first. Having done this already, you kind of just vanish into the darkness. She looks apprehensive at first, and her son's looking really scared. She kind of picks him up along with the bags, and just takes a
I'll
deep.
touch the pin of rain protection. Umbrella will come up.
The little umbrella appears over his head,
Now you'll be fine.
and he kind of nods in your direction as she takes a deep breath and walks through the darkness. It appears in a kind of humid, dark space, but is lit by Leo's light spell and your own light spell.
All right, Leo, mug him.
Yeah, give me all your gold.
Um,
2? Oh god.
She says, "Where are we?"
Well, we're in Break.
Yeah. It's a bit dingy right now, but once we get to the surface, you'll be fine.
Surface. Are we in a cave?
Yeah,
Kind
right
of.
now. I had to hide the sigil, so
I don't know what that means.
it's fine. You don't need to know what it means. If you just follow Leo, he'll bring you up.
Alright, follow me.
She kind of nods and starts following Leo. It's going to take a little while. So, what are the rest of you doing while Leo's transporting Andrea? Zala, Yeska, Raylan, Basher's asleep.
So, what's our timeline while this one sleeps?
You guys can guesstimate the trip. Leo, how far are you taking them? Are you taking them to the surface, or are you just taking them to the atrium?
I think I'm gonna take him to the surface. Or like to the
To the route?
not all the way up, but like to the entrance of the fungal mines.
Okay, so just the entrance in the route.
Yeah, I think that's
Rapture
what I'll do.
held Nesco
Okay.
to the edge.
Okay. Then, given the timeline, how long it took you guys to get there, and it's like a two-way trip, you guys have at least 45 minutes to an hour to kill.
I'm gonna start painting my my stone mask green, exactly my
you-
face color.
Do you have paint?
No, but I'm going to. Okay, I'm just gonna use prestidigitation and make it my face green.
Okay. That only lasts for a certain amount of time, right?
An hour. But
Okay.
I'm playing around with the colors and shit.
Okay. So you're like change the hue and the saturation with prestidigitation, just change like making it look in different like highlights and stuff. So Raylan's doing that. Zala, Yeska, what are you guys up to?
No, I thought we were talking, but I'm also throwing daggers.
I don't have anything to do, so I'll
Wanna
just
help me?
quietly meditate, and if they want to talk, we can.
Okay.
If we're not talking, it's fine.
Yep.
What's on your
Then
mind, Yeska?
We will sit in silence, so when they walk back in, it's just like It's just like pure
The
silence.
Discord call when no one has to hear you talking.
Yeah, the Discord call. at, like,
Everybody's
3
deafened
a.m.
and muted, you know,
Yeah.
you're just chilling.
Then you guys are just kind of chilling out in Vasher's room while he's trying to sleep. Outside the window, you start to hear the snow and wind picking up as the snowstorm that Yeska forecasted is rolling into the space.
Can I actually just look out, like spend the time just looking outside? Now that I know that there's a lot of weird stuff going on, I just want to keep a lookout for any suspicious looking people that might be looking our way if she went out of her way to talk to us.
Okay. You peer out the window and go and roll perception check.
A 7.
With a 7, the snowstorm is beginning to pick up pretty heavily. As the wind and crosswind are just kind of smattering snow all over the place, making it pretty hard to see beyond a certain point, even past the windows. Keeping them unshuttered like this, even though there is glass kind of protecting it, you start to hear the clattering and clacking of the windows against the panes as the wind's kind of hitting pretty hard. After a little while, you just kind of have to shut the wooden supports to the windows to just kind of keep it a little bit more quiet. You can't really see anything anyway.
Seems safe. No one would go out in a blizzard.
Leo, at this point, you've made it to the atrium with the pair of them. They're kind of in awe at never being outside of Rimberrun. This is a completely different space. All this fungus and growth. A lot of people are just kind of walking about the space, picking mushrooms. No one really bats an eye at you guys coming out of one of the mine shafts. As you go a little bit further past the atrium and up to the route itself, the entrance to the fungal mines, you see the large wooden constructs above of like what's holding the entire city up, and the tree as the big central pillar to this whole space.
All right. So the the fungal mines is over here, but once you get out here, you'll go up to what was the midsection called?
The bow.
Is that the root? The bow.
Yeah, you're in the root right now. The root, the
We're in the
bow,
root
and then
and the
the
bow
garden
and then
top.
the tree garden top. Okay. Yeah, you'll go up there to the bow, and you'll head towards the Diamond Crown area. I don't know. I mean, I would just explain which direction best I could.
Go ahead and roll just an intelligence check to see
Okay.
how well you give directions.
Okay.
Survival check.
Not great. Only a 5.
You kind of give a kind of vague description. She's kind of nodding along. The boys just in awe, looking at the completely different space that they're in. And she says, "I think I can ask a knight or a town guard for assistance."
Actually, do I see anyone around?
There's a couple of Knights of Superior just around the perimeter, and a couple of town guards as well. People are just walking in and out of the fungal mines as they do.
Okay, I'll try to get the attention of one of the knights.
Pretty easy to do, being a furbolg and as tall as you are. The knight kind of walks over. Yes.
Hi. We have some people that need to get to the Diamond Crown headquarters. Would you be able to escort them by any chance?
He looks at both of them. Is everything all right?
Yeah, they're just there's someone that needs to get in contact with the crown and for shelter. So they know that they're coming.
All right. 1 second, and he heads off. He talks to a couple other knights. One runs off. After a little bit, another, like 2 come back, and he walks back. He's like, "I can escort you to the Diamond Crown." All right.
Thank you very much. What was your name?
Are you asking the knight?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, I can go into a completely different file. You know what? I'm just gonna say his name is. I'm Jacob. Jacob the Knight.
Well, thank you, Jacob. Here, have this for your trouble, and I'll give him a silver.
He takes it and he looks like he's about to refuse, and then he's like, "All right," and he just kind of pockets it. Please, this way. And she kind of nods, and the little boy is just again still in awe of the space, and she says, "Thank you for all of this.
Oh,
Do
it's our pleasure.
do send word if you do manage, and be careful."
Oh, we will. Don't forget to give them that note.
Oh well. I'll let them know everything that's happening in Rimbaron. And she begins to head towards the diamond crown. You circle back and you continue. You go back down the way you came. After another good span of time, Tethrin, you're kind of just down there waiting, and eventually you see light coming down the tunnel, and Leo rounds the corner.
Everybody make it okay? Mushroom creatures
Yeah.
on the way out?
No, I didn't see anything crazy. I actually couldn't really think of the best way to describe where the Diamond Crown is, but there was a
Complicated.
knight, so
Good
I
enough.
had the knights take them, so they should be good.
Perfect. I'll step back through.
I'll follow.
Both of you pass through the like kind of muggy warmness of the fungal mines, and then immediately into a much colder space. The hearth, the little burner in your room is out at this point, since you haven't really been in the room lately. So like the cold is starting to seep in through the walls, as you see through the windows because you haven't shut the bindings on the windows. You see a blizzard just currently billowing through the space outside.
Such a weird feeling.
I'll just sit here in silence the whole time?
Do you shut the
Looks
door to the teleportation door?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Door shuts. As both of you will go back into Vasher's room and everyone's just kind of quiet, just sitting around.
So-
Raylan's painting his mask.
Did y'all come up with the
Tasha's trying to sleep.
I'll cast pyrotechnics.
Oh my god.
It's a joke. I don't have that spell prepared. Anyway.
Yeah, we just sat here in silence.
For an hour?
Insane. I guess.
I'll check my watch. Yeah, about an hour.
Okay.
We're enjoying each other's company. Fucking ass. I'm kidding. I hate these two.
Yes, because those daggers are awfully close to Basher's bed.
It's where I usually throw them.
I'll walk over to the window and
Well, I guess you have really good aim.
and shut the whatever.
In your room, they're already shut in
Yeah,
Vasher's
they're
room.
shut.
Oh, okay. I
I see.
follow.
Yeah. You guys exited in Tethrin's
I
room.
got you. I got you.
Yeah, the Vasher's room is pretty warm. They're keeping it like
Well,
maintained.
I'll close the ones in my room.
Well,
You shut them.
Then I'll go back.
how long has it even been? How much longer does Vasher need to sleep?
Well, I don't think we're going out in this anyway, so.
That's true.
Well, we could.
Yeah.
We could, but it'd be stupid.
Only if you don't know. Where
It's
you
true.
going?
So, did y'all come up with any other plans while we were gone, or?
Yeah.
No, did you?
Yeah.
No, I was taking them.
I mean, we could just kick it back in Yulecrest if y'all want. We don't even need to be. That's a joke. We need to save this city so Solid doesn't die or something.
We're going to take care of it.
Well,
So, what is our next step?
Let's.
Then?
I think.
we have plenty of time to talk about it since there's a blizzard outside.
I mean, we
And
need to go
Vasher
talk
has
to that.
And Vasher has to sleep for another 4 hours.
Yeah, we need
So
to talk to that
pathetic.
god.
Imagine needing
anything.
8 hours of sleep. I'll give Zala
I
a high
know,
five.
right? Oh, pitiful.
Just leave it there.
She leaves you hanging.
I high five back.
Oh, okay.
No, she doesn't want to touch you.
Sorry,
You're
I was
disgusting.
killing a fly in the house. Anyway. Yes. What would it be like not to just sleep for 4 hours? Anyway, so
I don't know. We have time to kill.
I propose we actually head out as soon as this blizzard lets up.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right.
So
Head
you
off.
guys just
Head off where?
To the house.
Okay.
Or
You
What
should
if it's
save
what
the
if it's
dog.
nighttime by the time the storm
oh,
subsides?
okay, first. If we truly care about, being the best we could be,
Mhm.
heroes and all,
Right.
we should probably tell the runners that there's a way out. For if things go awry, they're not here. I personally would rather not do that. It seems like a waste of time. I trust our own abilities.
I don't. I would love for everybody to make it out. I just don't want everybody knowing about my magical door.
All right. It's our magical door.
It's mine because I paid for it, but
Well, it's mine
Oh,
because
actually,
I lost an arm for it.
well, you deserved
You
it.
didn't leave it on for the door.
DM, can I do something retroactively really quick?
What's up?
I forgot to say this. I was thinking about it. Before I before I headed back to where the door is in the mine,
Mhm. Yeah.
I wanted to try to use disguise self to look like just a worker in the mine. Like I didn't want to look like myself going back in.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
that's fine.
that way it didn't look weird like someone's going into the tunnels and not coming
Then
out.
go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Oh god.
Retroactive stealth check.
With your disguised
pretty good.
self's stealth.
19.
roll.
Okay. Yeah. You feel
Okay.
fairly disguised.
Cool. I shouldn't want to
Yeah,
bring
that's fair.
attention to that.
So, here's the truth.
Yeah. What's the truth, Zala? Hit me with the truth.
Vash is going to wake up. He's going to be at the most energy when he wakes up. If we give him any time after that, he might just be wasting it. Now, if this place is truly evil, it doesn't matter if it's going to be night or day. And if we're all together, we'll easily be able to get to this house safely.
Equally.
And the
I
faster
disagree. I think, based on the amount of people that we've heard have disappeared, if they're all like that one we encountered last night, I think it's going to be too dangerous to go at the nighttime.
Fine. Then
Personally, I am not at my 100%.
then we'll do it first thing in the morning.
Guys, I think we're
So we
forgetting.
just wasted this entire day, more or less?
That
I'm
is-
not saying shopping's
We're
not
getting
important.
information.
Or saving
I-
that woman's not important. Which
I
it
tried-
was.
I tried to tell you that we should do everything we could today, but we
Well, I
said
mean,
no.
we got all the info.
Is there anyone
went
else that we
shopping.
could think?
We could have
that we can get
scouted the
more info
house
from?
before the blizzard.
We
I
need
can
to talk
still
to
scout
Conley,
the house.
the runner.
Really, you're gonna send your
Oh.
bird in the blizzard?
What
He's
was
fine.
Conley doing again?
Yeah, he's the only one who came back from the fucking house. He's the only one who knows what
Okay.
it looks like.
We could bear the blizzard and try to find this Conley and talk to him before nighttime.
I do wish one of us was cold resistant and could easily, take the brunt of this blizzard.
I mean, give me all your jackets and I can do it.
Not sure that's quite the
Um,
same.
Let me actually check the weather real fast. See how it'll be tomorrow at 11
Okay.
or 12, I guess now.
So the way that the spell kind of works, in my version of it,
Sure.
when you kind of cast it, it kind of moves forward in time a little bit.
Right. Okay.
You can kind of sustain it for a little while, but the prediction becomes a little bit more unstable as it goes on. So one time you can cast it, and like if you cast it for longer than like 6 hours, it becomes like it'll change to daytime, then it'll snow, then it'll thunder, just because it starts doing probability at that point. So you can do a 6 hour forecast and have a fairly reliable understanding of what weather's going to be like. But saying next day, it might not be as reliable.
Well, I mean, I may as well.
Unless that's counter to what the spell actually says it does.
Yeah, it says next 24 hours.
Next 24 hours. Okay, then yeah, you can definitely do that. Sorry, I thought it was
No,
6
that's
hours,
okay.
not.
That's okay.
Yeah, anything beyond 24 hours it becomes unreliable. So yeah, you can definitely do that. As you cast the spell, it kind of shifts over time. You see for at least the next 4 hours, it's going to be a fairly stormy snow. Then it's going to let up a little bit. It's still going to be snowing for the duration of the 24 hours as you scan through. It's just different variations of strength. At the moment, it's kind of at a peak of snow for about 4 hours. Then it kind of lets up, and it's just kind of like the snow version of drizzling, which I don't know what that would actually entail. Then it kind of sleet.
Powdering.
Powdering is
dusting?
closer. Sleet is kind of heavier, like kind of a like very wet
Wet.
snow
Yeah.
coming down, and that's what happens over the entirety of the night. And then it kind of lets up for a little bit, again powdering for a good several hours in the morning the next day.
All right.
I mean, Catherine, if you're not worried about us getting cold, I have rope, and you can do your little owl person. They can fly to the house, and we can follow the rope.
But we bought cold clothes for this reason.
I mean, I
As
know,
long as
but
we stick together, we
Oh,
can
look,
walk
the
through the
clothes
town.
can only help so much. That is a full-blown blizzard, and it's one of the hardest
But we
I've ever
can
seen.
walk building to building.
Why not just wait it out? We're fine.
we are in a little bit of a time crunch.
Fine. We'll
Partially.
just stay in.
We have 2.5 weeks.
We'll
We
stay
have
in evil
technically
town.
1 week for travel. Then we want to get out of here. We don't know how long that's gonna take.
Fine. We'll just hang out in the evil town longer. No biggie.
We can
That's-
talk to each other. I feel like we
No,
haven't
no.
gotten to talk to each other, you know?
Fine. Fine. Let us sit. In fact, the one thing that I bought from Yule Break was a dragon chess set. We'll just play dragon chess together. Is that
Alright.
what you want, Catherine?
No,
'Cause
obviously I would love to go and finish this thing so we can leave and move on and save these people.
And you know what? We could have done that today, but one of us
No, we couldn't
decided
have.
to. No, one of us almost decided to die last night. And
I'm
needed
gonna
to sleep.
wake up now and be like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to sleep.
Why are we in here?
I
Why are
tried
you
to
in
tell
my
them.
room?"
Vasher, go and roll a Constitution saving throw.
He's an angry elf.
Yeah, you just wasted your entire fucking.
I'll
sleep.
look at him as soon as he
Oh,
pops
yeah.
out of the
Because you
bed.
wanted to yell.
Long
He-
rest
he-
can be interrupted.
Yeah, he could wake
for
up
an
for up to 2
hour.
hours.
As soon as I see him
Okay.
pop out of the bed,
That's-
as soon as I see him pop out of the bed,
Oh, it might be
I just
1 hour. I don't know.
I point at him and I cast sleep. I
Slasher.
don't want to
cast
hear his
I-
bullshit right now,
I
dude.
cast silence
I had a-
only on his area.
Not how that one
I don't
works,
really-
but
I don't have
a
it prepared.
6.
You can aim it for it.
Okay, with a 6,
I don't have it prepared.
you're almost completely awakened, but Tethrin puts you back to sleep, and your sleep is undisturbed.
You have 1 hit point, right? I don't need to roll for this.
I have 12 hit points.
Okay, then I
True.
still don't
Yes.
really need to roll for it.
Oh,
pretty
Do
sure
you
you do,
guys? So my question is, do you guys wait another 4 hours and then do whatever it is you're gonna do, or are you guys doing stuff now? What's the plan
do we
here?
want to do our
It's gonna
makeup,
be snowing
guys?
pretty hard until tomorrow, so
You want to
we could-
bond?
Well, maybe for Vasher's sake, we probably shouldn't.
Well, we can change.
Oh, he's not waking up from that spell. I can tell you that much.
And do we want to leave him alone after what happened? Turning
Mm.
to ash
I
almost.
mean, we could leave him
Alright,
here. We
fine.
could all vanish.
That's
wanted.
true. We don't even need to babysit him.
We can just play some dragon chess.
Not up the dragon chest.
No.
have fun with
We're
that.
not gonna play.
So are you? So what's the plan? What are we doing?
We're playing dragon chess.
Okay, you guys are playing dragon chess. You're eating. You're just generally vibing for the next 4 hours. In that time, all of you just kind of watch as the storm continues to persist for quite a bit. It's really, really pouring out down there and outside. As looks like the barbecue pit is closing a little bit early because the storm is not allowing the fires to light. It's also becoming very dark, just from the general scent of the storm. Several hours pass. You guys all relax. You can take a short rest if you wish, or if you need to. I don't think any of you need to, but if you do need to, you can take a short rest, regain whatever it is you need to regain. And at the 4 hour mark, it is 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, It is 5 o'clock. And the snowstorm that's currently raging outside dwindles down to just a powdering of snow. From Yeska's forecast, it'll be like that for a couple hours before it starts to sleet fairly heavily.
What time is it outside?
It's 5 o'clock right now. At this point, Vasher, you awaken from your sleep. You're still very sore, and you ache from being unconscious in the snow for most of the previous night. Your hand instinctually just kind of goes to the lantern, and you pull it away.
I'm gonna
Hey.
reach into my sack and get a into my pack and grab a ration and eat it because I'm very hungry.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna grab the little lantern and be like, Tommy.
The little bulb floats up from the base of the lantern and just is now in the center again. You don't hear anything.
Guess we can't talk to you.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Yeska's currently seated on the ground.
Oh,
There's several daggers right next to your head, on the wall and on the post.
I have one in my hand, about to throw it.
I understand I made a lot of mistakes last night, but I don't think that warrants the peppering behind me, Yeska. But thank you for watching over
it's
me.
Just
Just
tradition
defending
at
you.
this point.
Yeah. Did
Anyways, Tethrin gave me this cool sword. It glows in the dark.
Oh, that is cool. That's the sword that I helped him get. I fought a ghost for it, Yeska. It was cool.
Why did a ghost have such a funny looking sword?
I don't know. He was a general, I think. He is dead. He told us to go and tell a woman that he died. I think they might have been lovers. It wasn't really clear, but Clyde was a nice man.
Well, anyways, it's been snowing pretty hard outside, so we're going to go to the house tomorrow in the morning.
Oh, okay. That'll work. What is everyone else up to?
I don't know. Probably playing dragon chess. In the
Also,
room
did we
with
ever?
them.
I'm guessing most of you migrated out of Vasher's room and down down the stairs or into your own individual rooms.
Yeah.
Did y'all? Okay.
Mhm.
Did we ever figure out what was up with this lantern?
No, but it was trying to run away.
And I'm just gonna look at the lantern and say, "What happens if I break you open?"
The bulb in the
Kinda
center is
fucked.
just floating there.
Do you want me to break you open?
The
Mm.
bulb kind of goes back down to the base.
I assume that's a bad sign. I'll just set him back on the table. Well, so we're going into the house tomorrow. Do we have any other general plan? Like a specific plan of action?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well,
The town
let's go find...
it is getting fairly late, but there's still some light out. It is now traversable. There's
Oh.
still snow kind of like falling gently now, as the winds aren't nearly as bad as they were.
Well, we can go ask everyone.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tie a little knot with some rope to the lantern and put on like my belt loop.
Okay.
On the other side, like opposite of Zay.
You are casting dim light at the moment.
That's fine. That's probably good. We'll head
All right, we
downstairs.
find everyone else.
Why would you move the knight there, Zala? That move doesn't even make sense.
No, you're just not understanding.
No, because look,
the
because then I
future
just
play.
do this, and then you're open.
No, but you forgot this piece, and now I have you trapped.
Zala, you can't move that piece there.
Oh, I'm sorry. It seems you didn't read the rule book because it's in section 42B.
Sala, I know you've never read a Dragon Chess rulebook.
Hey
Are
guys.
you serious? This is the most elegant. Hello.
Hey, Eska, you don't know this, but I've been cheating for
Wait.
Tetsun this entire time.
It-
Cultural
Is
appropriation.
is Vasher awake?
Here he is.
Yeah,
Vasher, how
I'm right here.
dare you
I'm
sleep
standing.
all day?
When Zala looks away, I move the piece.
Roll sleight of roll sleight of hand.
Wait, but whose piece?
Oh, it's 14.
14. Zal, what's your passive?
14.
14. Yeah.
So as you're saying that, out of corner of your eye, you see Raylan just like with his dagger slowly pushing one
I
of your
just
pieces.
squat his hand.
The dagger
And
just kind of
destroy the
scatters.
board in the process.
Yeah, that's fine.
It looks
Probably
like
what
the
you wanted.
storm's actually lit up a little early if you want to go out.
Anyways, I needed the rest. I feel much better. Not great, but better. What's the What's the current situation? I've been asleep for 8 hours. A lot.
We're using you as bait.
More or less.
Are we?
Long story short, we're going to be going to the house to rid this town of its evil. That's it.
And you have the little
None of its
lantern boy.
people?
Oh yeah, by the way, your lantern contains the boy's soul, so careful with that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, try
okay.
not to break it.
I gathered that. Oh, so I should not break it open.
You could
Probably
to
not.
release the
It's
soul.
up to you. It doesn't really matter to us that
It'll-
much.
Well,
Yeah.
do y'all know what will happen if I open it?
Yeah,
The-
the husk of his body will die because there's no longer a soul on the ethereal plane. And
That's okay.
you can live with that or not.
I definitely cannot live with that one.
What if the boy wants it?
True.
Oh, that's
Depression's
fucked
on
up.
the rise in young children these days due to the
Now,
war. So
That
Everyone-
actually, yeah, that's fair.
Anytime we kill a weird-looking husk monster,
yeah,
just
we're
know
destroying
that
a
is a
soul's body. Yeah,
yes. Just know that you're
True.
destroying a innocent person's body.
yeah. We
I don't
totally
have an
told
issue
that
with-
guy we killed one. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. You know, it's not our fault that they got caught.
true.
And we're doing it for the greater good to help the town. So if we have to, I will personally do it if it bothers anyone's moral Vasher. But
Anyone need any more drinks? Everyone all right?
we're fine.
I need some water, please.
Oh, jeez.
There's just
She,
dragon chess pieces scattered everywhere. We're fine.
she shoots Zala like a dirty look and tells Vasher, "Yes, I can get you a drink. I'll be right back." She heads
Thank
back
you.
into the back.
Anyways, well, if we find a husk boy, if he's young and has brown hair, I think this is his soul, and I would like to return him to
Well,
his
I'm just
body.
going to point out we may not have the time to stop and evaluate whether or not we can save all these people. They're going to be
I don't-
trying to turn us to stone.
That's fair.
I think some of
That's
them are.
fair. I think that's a good point. Yeah, that's it. I think you're right. But we can at least check to see if it's a young boy.
Again,
No.
if you check, you turn to stone.
Just wear a blindfold, Tethan. You're fine.
What if
can't-
you look through a mirror?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's plenty of ways to game the system.
That's a good question.
I don't have a mirror on me.
Oh, I have a hand mirror. See, and I'll pull one out.
Little hand mirror.
Wait, I got it. What if we use the mirror and reflect their reflection at them, and then boom?
Oh,
they're
they
stone.
turn to stone.
Yeah.
Ooh, good point, Raylan.
And you
Let
know,
me
we were
just-
sitting. We were sitting here, Basher, saying if only we had someone that could walk in a blizzard without feeling that cold, that would be really nice.
Yeah, you know, someone go get mirrors for us.
I
Maybe
mean, I
We
feel
could
like
all
y'all
go.
just told me not to play the reverse card on y'all, but y'all told me not to go out alone.
Oh,
So it
said you're
feels
going
kinda
alone.
But
it feels
when-
kind of
when
contrarian
have
to
you
have
ever
me
listened,
go
you
outside
know?
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Said
but
you
we're
were going
watching you
alone.
this time.
Yeah, we'll have Tethan have his little bird girl with you.
I mean, I'll do it. I like the cold. The cold
I'll
never really
definitely
bothered me,
do it.
anyways.
I don't think we need to send him
Help
anywhere
me.
by himself at the moment. I don't think.
No, let him do the peer pressure way. He's
I
No,
don't-
we've
17.
already we already
This isn't
wasted
really
a
peer
day.
pressure, Raylan. I'm kind of just down to go out in the cold. I was kind of nice until I fell asleep in it.
Sure, boss.
If I fell asleep, did you mean on the brink
No,
of death, nearly
I don't
died,
do that.
face down in the
No,
snow?
no. I would never mean that.
Never
That's what
that.
you meant.
No.
If we're gonna go to the house, we should go to the house before the sun falls.
No, we're doing that tonight, or do we want to talk to the only person
We
who's
may
been
as
in
well
there?
just go now. I think it's.
Let's go.
Yeska, you said the snow's gonna pick
GNO.
up again?
DM, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up, Leo?
In the adventure books that I've read, have there been any stories
Meta.
about not
No.
creatures? What the fuck? Shut the fuck. Creatures or like people that have this kind of ability? Like, have I seen any? Like, they ran into something like that?
Go and roll a history check.
Okay. Uh, only a 10.
With a 10, this seems fairly like unique as
Yeah.
far as storytelling goes. In the adventures and stuff that you've read and have been not generic by any means, but nothing like this, a scope within like a city or anything like that. It's usually been mountains or you haven't read anything like this in particular. You read several stories on curses and people being enchanted and stuff, but this doesn't seem familiar.
Yep. Okay. Cool. That is all.
If the snow's gonna pick up again soon, then we need to strike while the iron's hot, as the dwarves say.
I'm pretty sure it's
Alright.
cold out.
Yeah, but the
Let's
iron's
go.
hot, so.
All right, and as we go, Leo, do you have armor on still, even though we just gave some away?
Yeah, I have this leather armor.
Okay, excellent.
This is what I've been wearing.
Okay, perfect. Then let us go. I just
Okay.
don't look at you often. I'm
So,
woo.
so
Well, it's under
where
this new winter weather.
are you guys heading?
Creepy house.
But yeah, to the house apparently.
Okay.
Boing.
So you guys exit into the main thoroughfare. You see that there are runners currently posted at their posts. All the lanterns are as lit as they can be, occasionally being blown out by just the winds. Again, visibility is much better, and the storm isn't nearly as bad as it was, as it's kind of like just a dusting of snow at the moment, as you see the flakes just kind of reflected in the small firelights. Occasionally you'll see the still open windows slowly being shut one by one, kind of closed off from the town proper. You guys begin to head in the direction of the Drent house. Moving along these thoroughfares, you see businesses and other places that are currently closed and shuttered. Over here, in these sections, you see large open tracts, just spaces just full of lumber, just piled on top of each other, and large manor houses. Looks like these houses are like potentially businesses that actually deal in the lumber in the town. You guys proceed down until you make it to kind of a fenced area at the base of this very tall hill. The trees here are different. They aren't the tall pines, but these weird jagged trees that have think Beauty and the Beast forest, where the trees are kind of look like they have faces and they're gnarled and jagged and stuff. And you do see a main entrance gate with two iron wrought lions kind of at each of the posts. The arch on top says the Drent Estate, as the gates are currently shut, and there's a large padlock with chains around the front of it. The pathway leads forward a little bit and then curves off to the left, deep into the strange wooded area.
Are there any guards around?
No.
Okay, well, are we ready to go in?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Alright. I will rub my hands together. I will point at the lock I'll cast knock.
Okay. You point at the lock, and you hear a as it cracks, and the lock just kind of clinks open, and the chains kind of unravel and fall around the Iron Rock gate. The gate by itself just goes, and the chain kind of dragging along the dirt and snow.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. What's the marching order?
Yes,
I'll go first. Boing, boing, boing.
I'm in the middle.
I'll probably be in the back, I guess, with Leo.
Yep, just set yourselves up in a line how you would be traveling.
Sure.
Oh, but see, I didn't say it like that, and that's what made it funny. Also, Leo's in the back, so
Leo's in the back. Yeah.
Sure.
And then Yes goes up front.
I push him because I don't want to be in the back.
You guys begin to push through into the forest, the weird forested area. It's a very large and open estate, and there is like an incline that kind of curves and Wineback Road that leads up to the main part of the estate. Leo, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna send my bird ahead of us as well.
Guidance.
Okay. With a 19, as you guys are a good 50 feet away.
Actually, it's more. It's 23.
Okay. As you guys are a good 50 feet away from the gate, you just hear a as the gates shut.
Hmm.
Huh.
Did you do that?
Must have
Tessa?
been the wind.
No,
Boing.
nope. must have been the guards. Probably. They probably just saw it was open and shut the gate, so.
I don't see any cards.
No, it must have been, because what else would it have been?
Weird.
As you guys begin to walk along the paths, the trees are kind of almost claustrophobically huddled around the pathed area. On occasion, you see kind of these hanging lanterns that kind of sway in the wind. A lot of the snow has canopied on top of these dead trees. No leaves currently sit on their branches, but heavy amounts of snow kind of cloud over the entire thing, as it's all so heavily brambled on top of each other that it just makes a perfect almost ceiling that you can't see the sky any longer. None of the torches are lit. So at a certain point, you're walking in almost a tunnel created by these trees
I'll
in almost pitch black.
yeah, I'll cast dancing lights.
Globules of light bloop, bloop, appear and kind of float around Zala in some pattern. I'm not entirely sure how you want to spread out the globules.
I'm actually gonna have it combine it all into a humanoid shape and just walk in front of Tethrin.
Okay.
Or I guess however you know. However.
Yeah, the four globules do their best to mimic a person walking next up front near Tethrin. As you guys proceed in a line up through this weird tunnel, Basher, your light is casting a bit of dim light in your general vicinity. Yeska, you're in the lead, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, I forgot Tethrin's on the lead. Yeah.
15.
With a 15, as you're walking along the paths, you look off the path, like down the slopey part of the hill, and you see movement within the trees.
Hello?
You call out to it.
Yep.
Through the darkness, the movement starts getting a little bit closer.
Hello?
Iska, who are you talking to?
I'll pull out my glaive.
The glaive ignite. Do you have to say a word for it to ignite?
I think it just
No,
glows.
just dim light.
Yeah,
Or
it's
in darkness.
This the glaive starts to glow with almost a light shimmering of moonlight in your general vicinity. You see the figure is hooded and walking a strange hunch as it's crawling up the side of the slope, just moving in your direction. think Voldemort in the first Harry Potter movie, kind of gliding over the tops of branches and stuff.
Don't come any closer.
The figure stops moving. The cloak just kind of billowing around it.
Who are you?
No response.
What are you?
Oh, walk forward.
You walking off the trail?
Oh, is it in the trees?
Yeah, it's in the trees.
Careful, guys. There's something over that way. Don't, or maybe look. I don't know.
Tethrin
if I know that.
has his hands over his face.
Then roll a perception check at disadvantage.
21.
21. You kind of covering your face, and you hear footsteps behind you guys on the opposite side. So I know you guys are kind of moving your tokens about, but I'm gonna say you're kind of like on this first wind back section here. You see the first figure over here. Catherine, you hear something this way.
Is there something behind us too?
That's all right. Just
turn and
keep
look.
walking.
No, just keep walking. They warned us about the madness.
Catherine, sorry, Vasher, you said you turned and look?
Yep.
Wait, who's looking right now?
Sure.
Not Tethrin.
Yeah, not.
Vasher, you turn and look, and you see a very tall man, like
Dr. Cato.
muscular, shorter than Dr. Cato. He also has a cloak that's kind of over his eyes at the moment, and he looks happy, just kind of standing there, and you see him wave his hand like this.
Weird guy.
All right, yeah, keep moving.
He's a good distance away. You guys continue to walk?
Yeah.
Okay. You continue to move, keeping an eye on these peoples in the darkness. As you on the first bend, yes, you look back to where the first one, the one that was kind of gliding over things, went, and it is no longer where it was. You do not see it.
All
Is there
right.
somebody making really scary noises outside
That's all right.
I'm not fucking kidding.
LOL.
Like what
That's
kind of
less than
scary
ideal.
noises?
Like, kind of like screaming, but like. It's like, but it's like a person like yelling that.
Are you sure it's a person, not like a cat?
No, I'm
Yeah.
positive because I heard verbiage.
Fuck.
Well,
that's-
You
that's okay.
fuck Noah Mill.
Are
Maybe
you
you should go
sure?
check,
Richard?
dude.
Huh?
Outside your room or outside your
No,
apartment? I can't tell where you are.
outside my apartment.
Maybe
Well,
you should check, dude. Maybe someone's hurt.
Oh hell no, dude!
Is your door locked?
I'm double locked up. I've got the.
I mean,
lock
Noah,
and the
do you
padlock,
not have like a
dude.
little peephole to look
I'm
out?
not looking.
Well, if he looks
Noah, if
people,
someone is hurt, you should go and check just in
Nah,
case.
You'll
fuck
see that-
them.
This is why you need a Ring doorbell.
Yeah, it's true. But if Noah goes looks through
This
the people,
episode's
he'll
sponsored
see
by
the
a
guy
Ring
looking back.
doorbell.
We can continue. I just.
It's got double eyes. I
You're
see it
gonna
right
keep
there. You don't
getting
look at it.
We can see fine.
Anyway,
And
you guys proceed around the first turn back, and both of those figures in the shadows vanish. You continue along, the canopy still coated in heavy ice and snow above you, still no torches lit, except for the lights that you carry on your persons. I need everyone to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
oh yeah, I get to
Yeah.
die
Is
today.
this a charm
Fuck
or a
me.
sleep?
Oh, true.
It's not sleep.
Is
19.
it a disease?
Is it a charm?
I don't think it's a charm.
So I have
Are you
advantage on charm.
Yeah, I would like it.
It is definitely a magical effect.
No.
You're
So
not
if
having
that's-
advantage on everything.
Okay,
Convenient.
I rolled a natural 1. I'm gonna tie it to chaos it.
Sure.
Roll a 13.
All right,
Rolled a
19.
Let's see, so
Better
Pretty
than you.
I will say
Everyone-
that I'm not looking.
Everyone except for well, I'm just say anyone that rolled below a 13.
Leo.
Bye, Leo.
Leo and I.
You guys are walking along, and Vasher, in the back of your head, you hear, "You're still my friend, right, Vasher?"
Well, so long as you don't try to take me to the Nether Realm. Yes.
You
Oh,
look in the direction
fuck.
of the voice, and you see the little boy, Tommy, just a little bit off the road.
And I'll grab Yeska and I'll point and say, Yeska, do you see that?
Yes,
Go-
good.
Go
You
see
look
it.
in that direction. You don't see anything.
No.
This place is playing tricks on us.
It's all right. Keep walking.
Leo,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit off the road, you hear a help. Help me. Help.
Does anyone hear that someone's calling for help?
Oh, just ignore it. It's probably one of the things again. No one's
Just
gonna be around here.
We know that there's maddening things here. We just move on.
Leo,
Don't trust anything.
looking a little bit over the slope, you see a small child trying to drag themselves up to the pathway. Help. Help me. See, something's wrong with their legs.
Something's wrong with this child.
I hate the
They're
children.
crawling.
That's how you
Don't
convince
help him.
Leo,
Don't help.
you're gonna
You're trapped.
you're gonna hear things, Leo. Just you're gonna have to.
I need to make a wisdom saving throw fucking IRL, dude.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Don't
but I
fucking check it.
I heard the noise again, but then I heard a group of people laughing. So I think there's just people conversating and being
Or they're talking about how
I think
they're
kill
about to
you.
Rob you
invade
and
my
kill
home.
you.
yeah, invade your home. Yeah.
I think I'm fine.
Go
I think I'm
check.
fine.
Fuck.
I heard them laughing. I'm no longer as in fear as I was.
You're still looking back every 3 seconds.
Leo,
I don't know,
I
you
want
now
to
have
see
it's
what
to
your
one with
plan
Rob.
is too.
Leo, you have to trust us. They're
Um,
going to be
Leo,
fake
you
news.
see
Uh-huh.
from behind one of the trees a long, dark arm grab the kid by the legs and drag him
Oh God.
behind
God.
the tree. You hear a scream that's just cut off.
Well, that is very disturbing. We need to stop this thing now.
Yeah, just keep
We're
your head in
trying
the
our
game.
best. We're trying our best.
Leo, you
Perhaps
hear a something hurtling through the air.
Ooh. Leo?
Can I see what it is?
You see a stick or something moving in your direction very quickly.
A stick. Okay. I dodge out of the way? Question mark.
Move out of the way. You see on the path right next to you a whole child arm.
Oh, this is
Oh,
some
boy.
ish.
Oh, my
Wow.
gift really,
That's
really.
yeah.
lame.
Yeah, that gift was really good. Now.
You feel on your face as you dodge out of the way a little bit of blood.
Oh my God, your gift is perfect.
Ahead of time.
Emil definitely didn't see it.
Hey, why are you all stopped back there?
Do y'all see
Leo
this? And
seen
I'll point at the arm.
Who's looking?
Does anyone see it?
I'll look.
They don't look.
Not there.
No.
You guys look. You don't see anything around it, Leo.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just keep going.
Everything's fake. Don't worry about it. Like
No
us.
one.
All right, come on then.
Just look at the back of the person in front of you.
Don't do that. Look at yourself.
Yeska will lead us down the path.
Keep walking, baby.
You guys continue to walk. Leo, the last thing you hear as you continue moving on the path is a light chuckle. It right on your shoulder. Do you look?
They told me to keep walking, so I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay. You guys continue up the path, and then you take another cut turn, getting higher and higher. It's getting colder, but it's not from wind. It's not from the storm that's currently engulfing the space. It's from something else. It's like a chill running through each of your individual spines. Something is unwell with the space that you're walking into. As you're making the final stretch upwards, I need one more wisdom saving throw from each of you.
Man, I wasted Tides of Chaos on it.
I
Stupid.
would give you guys inspiration, but I don't feel like it.
A
One
fucking
second.
11, please.
I got
15.
16 for me.
16 for me.
Why'd you make 2 whiz saves?
I have advantage. I've got the right click.
Okay. I think, did anyone roll beneath 13?
I
Yep.
did.
Okay.
Oh, and Yeska.
Yes, Gab. As you make the turn, just onto the last stretch upwards, you see that there's something at the very far end of the last stretch. A figure, not standing on the road, but just off of it, hiding slightly behind a tree.
Keep walking.
You start walking in that direction. And as you continue on down this path, you hear something directly to your left. It's almost like a rustling. You're not entirely sure. Do you look?
Am I compelled to look?
You're not compelled.
No,
It's up
I'll
to you.
ignore it.
Okay, you continue to walk. Strange rustlings and movement seems to be following you along the path now. It's almost like a stepping and a dragging noise
Okay.
that keeps pursuing very close to you. Do you look?
I won't look for now.
Okay. You continue, and the figure at the end of the stretch is still standing there. Basher. As you're walking along, you feel a tug at your belt. Do you look?
Which end? The Zay end or the Tommy end?
The Tommy end.
I just kind of pat it down.
You pat it down, and at the very bottom, you feel something there. Something that wasn't there before. Feels fleshy.
And with my other hand, I'm going to put it over my chest and cast a spell. I'm just going to cast Protection from Good and Evil.
Okay. You cast protection from good and evil.
And then, does it still feel all gross and fleshy?
At the very bottom of the lantern, you feel it again. There's still something there. Your movements are getting heavy.
Growing legs.
I'm just going to stop feeling it and keep moving.
You keep moving, and it's like something's tugging at your entire belt now, as the lantern's being jostled.
And I'll look.
You look down to your left, and you see a very long creature, almost like a centipede. Only all of its legs are arms, and one of them is currently grabbing the lantern connected to your belt. You see that same weird humanoid centipede moving alongside Yeska, occasionally trying to grab at him.
I'll just take my gauntleted hand and I'll just swat at it, trying to grab the lantern.
You swat at it, and at the wrist, it kind of just disconnects. The hand still grabbing onto the lantern. The wrist just kind of deflating like a sausage, losing bits and chunks along the trail. Who's walking directly behind Vasher?
Raylan.
I thought it was Tethrin. Okay, I'll be
I
walking
thought it
directly.
was Yeska. I thought it was Yeska.
I think it was you, Teth.
Yeah,
Oh, this is-
Yeah,
I
he
was
said.
pulling up the back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Tethrin. To
Then
be
it's me.
honest.
Then Tethrin, you're just trying to focus on the back of Vasher's
Oh
head.
no!
as you're-
My, I'm like this.
Okay. Then you hear like a sickening thud directly in front of you. Do you look?
Heck no,
Okay.
dude.
As soon as you hear the sickening thud, you feel something kind of land on the backs of your hands. The smell is putrid.
It's not real. It's not real.
Do I hear Tethrin saying it's not real?
Not real.
Yep.
Tethrin, I think this one is real. I'm gonna be 100%.
God.
Oh my god!
Do I
Not
see?
to detract from your fear, but I'm like pretty sure this thing is real.
I'm not.
I don't think I
would
would have been able to touch it.
What are you talking about, you two?
Raylan, you kind of round the corner along with everyone else, and you see that dangling off of Vasher's lantern, there is a hand currently grasping the lantern.
Interesting. Tethrin, what's wrong with you? I see Vash's problem.
I'm fine.
Okay. I guess, yeah, okay. You should find.
Never
Yes,
better.
you make it to the end of this last turn, and with it you see light at the end of this weird tunnel. And that
Right.
figure has not moved. It's almost like just a robed shadow. As you approach it, you see a long scythe appear from behind him and kind of place itself in between you and the rest of the road.
Ready my glaive.
Good eve.
Good evening.
What business do you have at the Trent House?
I'd like to see whoever's causing this curse, please. Give him a smile.
Roll a persuasion check.
Sure.
Oh, and Jessica.
He says, "You enter freely of your own volition."
I do.
The scythe pulls away. "And you may pass."
No, I'll walk past.
Just as you're about to cross the weird threshold that he cut into the ground, the scythe like juts back out for an instant and says, "Be warned. There will not be a second question."
I understand.
The scythe pulls back, and the figure vanishes.
The rest of them are with. Okay. I'll keep walking forward, I guess.
You walk forward and round the bend. All of you watch as Yeska kind of stopped in the middle of the road for a moment, spoke, and then rounded the corner.
Interesting. Tethrin, you good?
I'm fine. I don't know why you
I'd
keep
like-
asking me.
You seem like you panicked. You have your heads face.
Just I'm just trying to be safe.
Do you need
I'd like
do you
to-
need a dagger or something?
I have some.
Basha?
I'd like to pry the hand off of the lantern.
You pull at the fingers until you got enough of them off that it has no leverage, and it just kind of drops to the ground, just kind of moving and writhing in space.
I want to like step on it. Just
You step on it, you hear a light squeal as it kind of like curls up.
and then I'm gonna be like, say, Is this what you call the ill?
You hear in the back of your head, I don't like this, Vesher.
Well, I don't like this either. Actually, I'm really interested in what's about to happen. But is this the thing that we gotta clear out? Because this seems pretty evil and twisted.
It doesn't feel natural. I don't like it.
So we should purify. Yeah, that's our task here.
Yes, Vasher, yes.
Okay, that's what I need to know. I don't like this either. This is creepy. Don't love it. I just need to make sure I'm on the same page.
So you walk up to the last bend. Do you round the corner?
Yep.
You walk around the corner. You see Vasher vanishes.
Uh,
Tethrin,
I don't see it, but I follow.
you continue to walk. You feel like the edge of the path hit you, and you start to turn slightly. Raylan kind of starts correcting for you. Raylan, do you continue around the
damn.
bend?
I mean, did I see Vasher vanish?
Yep. Vasher just went around the corner and vanishes, continuing on.
Oh, like he walked, or he just?
It's like it's a pathway, like a tunnel.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he just went right.
Yeah, I'll continue. I have no reason not to.
You guide Tethrin, and you guys round the corner to the right. Right now, it's just Zala and Leo.
I mean, it seems like they're going through. Let's go, Leo. I guess.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Remember, it's going to mess with your mind as we go through. I guess.
It already has, and as we walk in.
You guys both kind of round the corner. Yeska, you walk out into a very open mesa. Green grass and shrubberies are kind of abound in this weird expanse. There is no cloud cover above, just a green sky. It looks like nighttime with green stars. The house in front of you is large, 7 stories, and kind of tilted in strange, odd angles. The entire thing has the facade almost like of a face, just in a weird, distorted fashion. You see a hedge maze to your right, and to the left, kind of like an open seated area with different strange-looking toys and contraptions just littering the weird lawn. The other thing that grasps you is that aside from the green sky, everything else is in black and white. Completely monochromatic. You look down at yourself, and you're also monochromatic.
Does it look like this could have feasibly been the house, or is this something different?
It looks like almost a distorted version of the house that you saw on top of the hill. The house on the hill that you saw was like maybe a 3-story manor. This is 7 stories with multiple jutting turrets and buttresses, all in weird orders. Doesn't make much sense. Soon after, everyone else gathers and sees the same thing as you do. And as all of you make it into the space, I'm going to say, Yeska, roll a perception check for me.
17.
With a 17, you look back at where everyone else walked through, and all you see is a large hedge. No pathway back. I need another person to roll a perception check. Just one more.
Do it. That's a 21.
Nice.
Vasher, with a 21, looking out into this lawned area, you see statues just littering the entirety of the space, all of which are currently holding a lantern. Each lantern with a little light inside.
Is there one that's missing a lantern?
Not that you can see.
Well, that's good news, bud.
Welcome to the Dread House. This is where we're going to end the session for tonight.